Pleasant good morning to each and every one. I am David Squeeze Anarchy, and it is a great day. I want to say good morning. To you. Can you hear me, Nelson? Okay, I introduced the show because I thought they weren't coming on, but evidently everything just got changed up, even on Facebook. A pleasant good morning, gentlemen. How are you? Can you gentlemen hear me?
Now I can. Good morning. Now I can. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's start this all over again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cruising with the Case Handler. That's
not hearing nothing.
Okay, one second there. Let me just all is well now. In a few seconds, we're good, Mr. Zenmar. Man, everything has changed this morning. Okay. All right, let's do this. Okay, so let's start all over again. Okay. Rewind, restart. Let's hand the reins over to Mr. Adam Handler. Adam.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Listen, what's today? Today is September 29th. We are almost through September, blazing through this year. Unbelievable. My name is Adam Handler. Many of you know who I am. Many of you maybe don't. And if you're listening on 93.5 FM, I thank you so much. There's other things you could be listening to right now, but you choose to be with us. Appreciate that. And same thing for Facebook. You could be shopping right now. You could be texting your friends. You could be checking up as to what time the debate is tonight. You could be doing a lot of things, but you're now with us, and you're officially cruising with the Case Handler. We are attorneys. I'm partner of Pollock Isaac DeSico. I head up the personal injury department. I am the only personal injury trial attorney on this radio station. Facts. I am the most celebrated.
Say that one more time. Facts. Say that again. Facts.
Facts. I am the most celebrated attorney on this radio station. Facts. I am the longest running attorney on this radio station. Facts. And I do it with great pride. I do it with great, with humility. I'm so happy to have been embraced by such a wonderful community, and a community that I certainly have embraced back. I've obtained well over $125 million from my clients over the 17 years of my career, 15 plus serving almost exclusively the Caribbean community. So thank you so much. And I have wonderful, wonderful partners here at Pollock Isaac DeSico, immigration, criminal defense, matrimonial, real estate. You got a legal problem, we got a legal solution. You got a legal question, we got a legal answer. But all you have to do is take our number down. Unless you give us a call, unless you either call, hang up and call us later, or take the number and call us later to get that free consultation. Doesn't matter what kind of question it is, immigration, personal injury, real estate, criminal. You need a question answered for free over the telephone, we're happy to do it. But you got to take our number down. Our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529, or easy to remember, 844-PPID law. Squeeze, what does PPID stand for?
Pollock, Isaac, and DeSico. Realistically, though, it stands for, in my opinion, the best, the phenomenal law firm in the tri-state area. Okay, hands down, and that is a fact.
Facts, baby. And with respect to PPID, Mr. Anarchy, I will respectfully ask you this question, sir. Are you down with PPID?
Come on, you know me.
You know, that's my favorite part of the show right there, right?
Oh, really? No.
You know that song Return of the Mac. Today is Return of the Mav. Return of the Mav.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the show. Turn your radios up. Do me a favor on Facebook. Well, here we got to admit somebody else that's coming in the room. All right. Welcome, Mr. Conrad Pollock. Okay, want to say a super welcome to Mr. Nelson Madrid, the Maverick. We have nicknamed him. You just heard from the case handler, the most celebrated attorney on the station, of course, period. Okay, regardless of the capacity, he is truly the most celebrated and the most successful attorney on 93.5 FM. And that would be a hard feat to accomplish, even if we disappeared from the radio station and we were not on it for 15 years, it would take that long for someone to actually come and do anything even near close to what Adam Handler has done as a personal injury attorney for the community. So we must say hats off to him. I don't have one on, but hats off to him, pat on the shoulder, and all of that. Now, the Maverick, man, I know you've been working exceptionally hard behind the scenes, literally. All right. It's good to have you back. All right. I know you have been actually grinding and working away. All right. And we want to welcome you back, man. It's good to have you back. How are things been?
Thank you. Everything is good, actually. Today is Testimonial Tuesday, and I thought I would return from my hiatus and listen to one of those true success stories of the case handler. So I decided to make my return on Testimonial Tuesday. And I look forward to hearing again one of Adam's true success stories.
Absolutely. I'm smiling ear to ear today because I can't help it, but it's good to have you. All right. So let's welcome the man who is late, but what are you, Jamaican, man? You show up a few minutes late here, stereotyping myself.
Don't get him started.
Don't.
Ixnay on the late A.
Conrad Pollock, welcome to the show.
A lot of traffic. Good morning. Thanks for having me again. A lot of traffic. Better late than never, I always say. And a lot of traffic. I mean, coming into the city, it's the most traffic I've seen in months. So that's a good sign. In fact, I'm looking out the window. I'm seeing cars. I'm seeing people walking. It's a sign of life coming back to normal slowly, here in New York. So all good. All good. And just getting ready for the big night tonight.
Yeah, I know. Let's not even start on that yet.
You're talking about the Yankees playoff game?
Exactly. Exactly what I'm talking about.
But anyway, today, gentlemen, and by the way, folks, I've got three very competent attorneys here on the show with me today on 93.5. And as I said, please share on Facebook. Ali, Ruthie, and Tracy, if you guys can actually just share on multiple pages for us. Facebook recently changed their algorithm, so we need for you to share more and get more engagement. Everyone who says hi, make sure you say hi back. Engagements are very, very important. But today, gentlemen, and just think about what I'm saying before we actually jump into it. Nelson would say, Conrad, think about it. All right. Today is Testimonial Tuesday. So I want to do testimonies based on true success stories of past cases that you have had. All right. So we want to hear about some family base. I want to hear about some K1s, some O's, some P's, whatever you want to bring up, but well within our guidelines, if I may say so. All right. I want to talk about that. And then also today's all about the phone number. Today is letting everybody know that the phone number that we're giving out, every single person out there need to have the number of a very powerful law firm. All right. And I'm going to tell you this, I'm disclaiming this. So stay out of this, gentlemen. People of color, especially my Black people, let me say this. Do not be fooled. We need to have the best attorneys working for us. Now, I'm saying this because, believe it or not, the odds are stacked against us, and one may want to make you think that they're not. All right? You need the best attorneys working for you in every capacity. I grew up on the Bronx, and I have seen where if you don't have the best attorneys, you are literally screwed potentially for the rest of your life. So it's extremely important that you choose your weapons carefully. Now, I'm calling my attorneys weapons because they're the ones going to war for me. They're the ones sorting out the minefield. Now, I say this without any apology. People, make sure you have the number for this law firm. And it's like the United Nations over there. They help everyone. They've got attorneys of all different ethnic group, race, creed, color, religion, whatever. They are an excellent law firm. And I'm not saying this because of advertising. I'm saying this because I have worked with Adam Handler for over 15 years. I've seen what he has done. I have seen what PPID has done. And I'm saying, make sure you have the number of an excellent law firm, period. Regardless of your race, creed, color, religion, I don't care. Make sure you do. It's very, very important. And we have been brainwashed and led to believe that any attorney is just any attorney. No, 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 no. No. You pick an attorney because of what is possible where the outcome is concerned. You pick an attorney based on their experience, their depth, their reputation. And ladies and gentlemen, the firm that I deal with is PPID. All right? The best shot you've got right now. With that said, let's jump right into it. Nelson, if you have anything to say, Conrad, if you have anything to say, say it, because I'm going to jump to the case handler for one of his true success stories of somebody who got hurt in an accident and the shark helped them. Yeah, the shark, the case handler. So
I want to, before Adam gets started, because who knows when he'll finish. We are really busy right now. This is a crazy week in the immigration world. As we've been saying now for literally months, filing fees, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service filing fees are going up on Friday. The applications in order to get in under the old fees must be postmarked, must be filed by Thursday, October 1st. Otherwise, no good. They will be bounced and they'll be kicked back and they'll be delayed. Filing fees are going up substantially. In some cases, 50%, 60%, 80%. Just example, citizenship is now $725. It's going to be $1,300 or $1,400 as of Friday. So those of you that have been sitting on the fence or delaying or slowly getting ready, you're running out of time. You only have a few days left. So we're really busy taking care of that. In addition, October 1st is the beginning of the government fiscal year, the federal fiscal year. So October 1st is when the new numbers come out, meaning those of you with preference cases, preference category cases, F2B, third preference, fourth preference, citizens applying for their siblings or citizens applying for their adult children, married or unmarried. Those cases are all subject to what's called what are known as priority dates, which is the filing date of the application. October 1st, new numbers are assigned, and usually the dates jump forward. For instance, F2A cases, which is the spouse of a permanent resident or the minor child of a permanent resident, those cases have been taking a couple of years. As of October 1st, they're current, meaning you could file your case and if it stays that way, you can get your green card very quickly, less than 2 or 3 years. Or if you filed 2 years ago, your case is ready to roll now. You don't have to wait anymore. So these are all things that we've been working on because everybody's looking to jump the gun as soon as October 1st hits. Plus, we have the combination of, because filing fees are going up on the 2nd and October 1st is the beginning of the fiscal year, and all of a sudden, a lot of people that have been waiting are now eligible as of October 1st to submit to finish their cases to apply for adjustment of status. We are going crazy getting cases ready to file on Thursday, to file them on October 1st, because that's the date that their cases are now current and they're eligible to complete their cases, file for adjustment, and we could beat the new filing fee increase. So we're going crazy here. That's why we're all going crazy here, bottom line. Anyway, I just want to throw that out there. Any of you out there that are delaying or still waiting or hesitating, time is very, very short. Time is pretty much up. If you have questions, you should be calling us immediately.
Absolutely, right? And that's a free.
Today's Tuesday. Thursday's the last day to file. Thursday.
Thursday's last day to file.
Consultation. It's a free consultation.
You know what? You're right. Everybody's right. Listen up. Conrad just made a very, very important note there. Listen, call now. As Adam said, it's a free phone consultation, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Now is the time to make the call. Thursday is the deadline before the fees go up. Get it in, file it now. Call everybody you know, email, text, Facebook, message everyone that you know and said, get in there. 844-774-3529. All right. So we're going to jump in now to Adam, and then we'll come back. I'm going to stick with Nelson exclusively for the true success stories today, you know, inside reasons here, you know. So we'll stick to Nelson for the true success stories here. All right. Now over on immigration, that is. Now, but over to you, Adam Handler. $126 million you have settled, man.
It's incredible, and I'd love to share with the world if you would give me the honor of being a co-host on this show.
Yeah, I should give you that honor, right?
So
okay,
while you're doing that, let's just talk very briefly about what Testimonial Tuesday is, because I really do want to get some more information out there on the immigration side. Testimonial Tuesday is pretty much the best way for us to let the world know what we do here at Pollock Isaac DeSico, what the case handler team does for our clients, because, you know, we could talk ourselves blue in the face saying that we are really, really, really good at what we do. You'll say we're the best. I can only say we're really, really good. We can talk about the $125+ million. We can talk about the thousands of clients we've helped. But it really comes down to each individual case, because, you know, this is a result-based business, and we're just as good as our last case. And we like to let the world know exactly what we do. When our clients are so happy at the end of their case, so satisfied knowing that they got maximum compensation, that they're willing to not only give us a quote, but participate in a end of the case review that we post with their permission, of course, on social media. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're on 93.5 FM listening right now, I encourage you, please check out the Case Handler on Facebook. Check out ppid on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram whenever you can, and you'll be connected to our firm. Don't take my word for it. Don't take Squeeze's word for it. You know, don't take the other DJs on this radio station that have all endorsed me over the years. Don't take their word for it. Take the people that were once in your position, take their word for it. You know, these are individuals that never in a million years thought they'd be in an accident. Either listen to this show on the radio, listen to this show on Facebook, got into a terrible accident, and called us. They had thousands of choices of lawyers. Every client that we've helped has had many, many choices of lawyers, but this is a results-based business. It's also a reputation-based business. And if you want an attorney that's going to fight for you like family, if you want an attorney that's going to treat your file like it's their most important file, third-generation attorney, that's what your boy, the case handler, is. It's in my blood. I know what to do and how to make sure that you understand the process and feel comfortable with it, because you got one chance to get it right. No redos and personal injury, right? One chance, one choice of attorney should be your case handler. Let's talk about Testimonial Tuesday today. And this is just another example of an individual that woke up in the morning having no idea that they were getting into an accident, right? This wasn't a major accident, but she got in an accident. It wasn't her fault. She got injured and she got compensation. How much did she get? Sam got $27,500 on this case. And Squeeze, if you would be, so kind to read that quote for me, I would be appreciative. You're on mute, brother. Can't hear what you're saying. We can't read lips, bro.
All right. You guys can read lips. Okay. From the beginning to the end, they did everything that needed to be done. I had another lawyer before, and I didn't feel like a priority. It was much better with Matthew and Adam. They really are good lawyers, and they have my full trust. And this is Sam from Elmsford, New York, $27,500 in settlement. Comfort is extremely important when you're dealing with your attorneys. A lot of attorneys out there intimidate their clients and are very condescending to their clients. That's not what it's all about at PPID. That's not what it's all about with Adam Handler, your personal injury attorney. And take a look at that accident. It's not a major super accident, but she got $27,500. Adam?
Yeah, listen, never expected it would happen. One of her friends was in the back seat. She was pregnant, gets into an accident. I mean, this could be potentially life-changing, these situations, but luckily, you know, it was low impact, no like broken bones right away, but she did have injuries that required physical therapy. And if you're on social media right now, you can see this photograph. Squeeze, I'm sure you can recognize that car on the left, what kind of car that is right there.
Yeah, that car, is that a Maserati?
That's a Maserati right there. So she gets hit by a she gets sideswiped by a Maserati.
Wow.
And gets into an accident. Listen, if you're going to get hit by a car, you might as well be a Maserati. You know, they know they're going to have good insurance. And we did everything we needed to get her maximum compensation, $27,500 for her injuries. Listen, we've done multi-million-dollar settlements. We've done settlements, you know, in the 1 million range. We've done settlements between $100,000 and $1 million range, but we also do settlements $27,500. Why? Because that case was important to her. She had other choices for her attorney. She chose our team. We got her maximum compensation. If God forbid that's something that you ever need or somebody in your family ever needs.
Well, Adam, what transpired? What happened with the previous attorney, if you don't mind, why she switched to you, the case handler, the shark?
He told her she had no broken bones, so she had no case.
See, that's the difference between you and many other attorneys out there. You do what's called your due diligence. You do your investigation. You do your homework. You research every single thing about one's case before you make that decision to move forward or not to move forward.
And we'll talk tomorrow. You know, we're just going to do PI tomorrow. We'll talk more about, you know, what does make a car accident case, what are the laws in effect, how the claims are made. So we'll get more in depth at tomorrow. So ladies and gentlemen, listening on 93.5 FM or Facebook, tune in tomorrow, 9:30. You're going to get a lot of information. Today, we're talking about the sexy stuff, the big settlements, the work we do for our clients. Nelson's going to give a true life success story. Tomorrow, we're going to get into the nuts and bolts of a personal injury case. I'm going to school you. Does that sound good? Schooling you.
All right. So that's Adam Handler, ladies and gentlemen, our personal injury attorney. We call him the case handler. I call him the shark. For 15 years now, I've been calling him that because when he goes after the insurance companies and other entities, you are definitely getting the maximum compensation because he's truly the shark. So make sure you reach out to the firm, call him now. Every one of you out there tuning in, I know many of you are on your way to work. Make sure you use your Bluetooth. Dial this number, 844-774-3529. Everyone should have this number for personal injury and yes, immigration. It's free.
You know, I have a question actually, Adam. How difficult is it to switch attorneys? So if I have an attorney and I'm not happy with my attorney, how difficult is it to switch? And also, you know, a lot of people are afraid that switching attorneys can potentially affect any possible settlement or affect their case. Can you shed some light on that?
That's a great question. Thanks. So let me explain to you. Let me show you what you need to switch an attorney. See this? What is that?
And what is that for the people listening who can't see us on social media?
What is this? What am I holding right here?
Pen?
A pen. Exactly. All you have to do is sign a letter that we will help you prepare saying, listen, thank you so much for your service thus far. I'm going with who I believe to be the best possible attorney for me. It's as easy as that. It's just signing a few forms. We take everything over, and the fees are split between the attorney. You never pay for more than one attorney. Attorneys in personal injury cases get 1/3 at the end of the case. And if there's a prior attorney, we split the 1/3 in a way that we feel is appropriate. And if the lawyers can't agree, then the courts decide. But the client always gets their 2/3 of the case. So no risk to you that way. And with respect to changing attorneys midstream, listen, it's never preferable. I always tell my clients, you know, a year later, you're calling me. God knows what your attorney has done. God knows what your attorney has not done. And sometimes we have to really get under the hood and get into it. And it takes time to untangle the mess. You know, those cords, you know, after you it's like in October or November, you take out that box of the Christmas tree lights, right? That you've been storing away for 10 months. Usually you pull them out of the box, they're tangled, they're twisted. You don't know what's working. You don't know what's not working. Well, that's what I have to deal with. Now, listen, I'm happy to do it. My birthday is actually on Christmas Day. So I do know a thing or two. This Jewish boy knows a thing or two about Christmas lights. But listen, we're going to untangle the mess. It may not take a week, but we'll untangle it. And I don't care if you came to me 2 days after your accident or 2 years after the accident. If it's a case we're taking for you, all of a sudden it's our most important case, because that's how we roll. 110%, baby.
That's it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're in tune to the case handler right there. That's Adam Handler, the personal injury attorney. I want everyone to actually reach out to him. An excellent question, Mr. Madrid, Mr. Maverick. It's good to have you back, man, punching out those questions and the info. You know, call the firm, ladies and gentlemen, PPID. The number once again is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. Make that link, make that call, ladies and gentlemen, 844-774-3529. They're actually here to help each and every single one out there in the capacity of personal injury and, yes, immigration. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Nelson, you're up, man. Batter up. Okay. I want a true success story from you, but why is it so important for one to call that 844-774 number before we get to the top of the hour?
You know, I think it's always good to get a second opinion, you know, especially, again, it's no strings attached. You know, if you presently have an immigration case and you have another attorney working on it, you know, and look, it happens every day, you know, where a client comes in and says, listen, I just want to make sure that what my attorney is doing is actually the correct way to go forward. And there is nothing that he should be doing that he hasn't done. And again, you know, it's not even a sales pitch, you know, and I said this before, you know, we're actually on the show as a result of Adam. You know, obviously, you know, the community has been very good to Adam. And, you know, Adam asked us to basically, you know, go on the radio with him in order to provide information to, you know, the community at large. So again, it's not going to cost you anything. It's just getting a second opinion. You know, recently I have a case, citizenship pending for more than 2 years. That's working through the pipeline now. She just switched attorneys, and I'm about to make that happen. So it's something I'm very proud of.
Absolutely. All right. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you call the law firm. You know, this has definitely been an attorney advertisement brought to you by the law firm, of course, Pollock, Isaac & DeSico, aka PPID. And of course, prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome, but I say reach out to them. Their number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. We're switching over to Facebook right now for everyone out there who are listening on 93.5 FM. Just tune into Facebook, see what we look like, and listen and get some information. 844-774-3529. 844-PPID-LAW.
It's 10 o'clock.
All right. So we continue here. All right. And now, Mr. Pollock, you okay over there?
I'm good. I'm listening and learning.
Nelson, you want to expand on any more true success story you have that you want to talk about?
I think, you know, again, to further elaborate on that case I just spoke about, what we were on 93.5, you know, this individual filed for citizenship 2 years ago with another attorney. She was twice scheduled for an interview, appeared at USCIS for her interview, and on the day of the interview, they basically canceled her interview. So this has been going on for 2 years. Her attorney's been writing letters. Obviously, none of that has actually helped. You know, her naturalization application is still pending 2 years later. And you know, I reached out to someone and basically said, you know, unless we hear something from you soon, I will be left with no choice but to file a federal action in district court. And, you know, fortunately, you know, that got the ball rolling. You know, this person retained us literally about a week ago, and I've already corresponded with them, and they're already looking into it. You know, and again, she was with her prior attorney for 2 years, and none of this had happened. You know, I expect very soon my client should be scheduled for an interview, and we'll have a decision on that case. So this is an example of the things we do here at PPID.
You know, on a related topic, Nelson, and you'll smile when I mention this case. We had a very similar situation where someone had filed for naturalization, and they got an RFE requesting additional documentation, which we submitted, and it's been taking forever. So we got together, and the client was just very concerned because the case was taking so long. We, Nelson, myself, and Alan Kay, the general, got together, and we decided to bring a mandamus action against the government to sue immigration to force them to make a decision. It is always possible. If immigration, if it's been a long time and immigration hasn't made a decision on a case, you can sue them in federal court. And again, that's called a writ of mandamus, a mandamus action. That's what we did in this case. And I think, when did we decide to do this, Nelson? First week of September?
Yes.
Person was approved for naturalization yesterday. All right. So, you know, and this is after they're waiting quite a while. It was easily more than a year.
You know, now, just to add to what Conrad is saying, so a writ of mandamus does not necessarily guarantee a favorable decision. What it does guarantee is that you will have a decision on your case, be it negative or be it positive. But I think that's what many people.
It gets immigration to get off their butts and make a decision because they got a federal judge on their butt saying, "Hey, we need an answer here."
Right.
Typically,
They basically
in
took
a situation like that. We only do it if the person is likely to succeed. If it's a tough case, if it go either way, a lot of times we might say to the client, you know, you might not want to prompt immigration to make a decision if it could go either way. You might not want to get on their bad side and piss them off about this. But if you've got a solid case, that the only reason they haven't made a decision because they just haven't made a decision, you know, haven't gotten around to it. So
nudge the hell out of them. You know, do you guys find out that when you file that mandamus action, it normally goes in your favor?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking
Absolutely.
about.
Absolutely. On the contrary, like you said, we will typically tell a client not to pursue the mandamus action unless the case is likely to succeed. You know, if it's 50-50, you know, that they might get approved, they might not. If it's a discretionary issue, you don't necessarily want to push, because then they might, like I said, they might just say, you know what, this guy's harassing me at immigration. They're harassing me. I'm going to deny the case. But again, this one we just did, there was no question, right? This guy was eligible. It's a done deal. They were just taking forever for whatever reason. We don't know. All right. But like I said, 3 weeks, we got a decision approved.
Okay. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, cruising with a case handler, personal injury, immigration. You just heard from Nelson and Conrad, respectively, two of the top attorneys at the firm. Of course, ppid, which has been around for 60 years, ladies and gentlemen. With that said, I hope you gentlemen don't mind if I just squeeze in a couple of questions here on immigration. It says here, how long do we have to wait after applying for removal of conditions on green card to be called for an interview? I want to travel in the meantime, but I'm afraid I'm going to get called for an interview while I am overseas.
First off, it typically takes, these days it's a year, it could be longer. Number one. Number two, there isn't necessarily an interview. A lot of times the case could be approved without an interview. If there's a question about the marriage, if the person hasn't submitted a lot of documentation to demonstrate that they live together, there will likely be an interview. You're allowed to travel once you get the filing receipt. Filing receipt specifically extends your work authorization, extends your green card. If you get an appointment, you're not going to get the appointment notice typically on Monday, with the appointment being on Wednesday. It doesn't usually work like that. At least when we do the case. You do the case yourself, who knows? That I can't answer. I don't know what they did.
You know, and also, I mean, if you are traveling, right, and this is one of the benefits of having an attorney. So let's hypothetically imagine you are our client, Squeeze, and you are traveling. And you give us a call and say, hey, I am out of the country, I will be unavailable, right? We can then contact immigration on your behalf and request that your interview be rescheduled. So again,
wow.
That's
okay. Got you. I got you. Okay.
Typically, they give a couple weeks notice.
Right.
You know, it's not the same day, unless you have a problem getting your mail. Some people have problems getting their mail. More people these days, it seems, than usual.
Got you. All right. Okay. The number, ladies and gentlemen, for the firm is 844-774-3529. If you're watching this on Facebook, can you kindly please share in groups, share in pages, Share to all your friends individually if you can. The number once again for the law firm PPID is 844-774-3529. Here's another immigration question. It says, I am married to a U.S. citizen. I got 2 years conditional and it's in the process for removal. My husband fraud to me and control me. By the way, I'm reading verbatim. I want to sound like an idiot here. My husband fraud to me and controlled me and everything, and verbally and emotionally. He didn't let me do anything. I'm too tired, broken, and depressed all the time. If I don't obey him, he said, out of his house, and I don't know anybody here. I'm all alone. I'm in a small town. I don't have a vehicle. So my question is that, can I file divorce to go to another state? There's my one friend that lived there. She can help me with most things.
Look, typically when you're filing for conditional, to remove the conditional residence, that means they've been married for less than 2 years as of the date she got a green card. Look, if you're living with a guy, you're married to a guy who's abusive, who's abusing her, which seems to be the case here. Yeah, it's not worth it staying there and endangering your life or your health. Get out of there. You can still get your green card if you divorce him. Okay, you don't need to be together. Yeah, it's easier if you're still together and you're really living together and it's a valid marriage. But if not, the marriage breaks down. It happens all the time. The majority of the 751s, the conditional residence cases that we do, are like that, where the parties have split, where there's a divorce. Got to get a divorce. Can't just be separated. Got to get a divorce, and you can then do the great case on your own. You need to have evidence of the abuse, and you need evidence that it was a valid marriage while it lasted. But by all means, there's absolutely no reason to stay with this guy. Get out of there.
There you go. And that was the last question for today. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, want to say, make sure you reach out to the firm. The number is 844-774-3529. You heard how precise the attorneys are on answering the questions based on the information that you give them. I also say that you should not take, of course, the information that you're getting as legal advice. You actually need to call the attorneys and go and spend some time with them. You can do a free phone consultation, or you can go in and see them. The number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. They have, of course, 3 locations. Obviously, one in New York City at 225 Broadway, one in Brooklyn and Peekskill, respectively. Nelson?
107 Avenue I in Brooklyn, New York, and the office in Peekskill is 906 South Street, Peekskill, New York.
There you go. On point, as always. Good to have the Mav back. We turn up the Mav. This just about concludes our show, but Conrad, Adam, Nelson, would you like to add anything else?
Yeah, I just have one small request, Squeeze. According to our plan, you and I are getting together later just to talk about the show and maybe celebrate your birthday. I can't go home and change, and I'm wearing pink. So is there any chance that maybe you can put on a different shirt before we meet each other? I don't need you guys.
Yeah. Look too. Yeah. I'll change my shirt here.
Thank you.
All right. Or we will not live it down on tomorrow's show with Conrad and Nelson. All right. Well, anyway, gentlemen, Nelson, Conrad, anything?
Going into the debate tonight should be interesting, right? And those of you immigrants, friends of immigrants, family of immigrants, neighbors of immigrants, go to Joe Biden, JoeBiden.com, Google his immigration platform. It is so much more favorable to immigrants and immigration policy in this country than Donald Trump's. In addition, with this Supreme Court nominee that he has just put forward, she is not going to make it easier for the court to go in favor of immigration policies. She will most likely be taking the side of Donald Trump. DACA is gone. Right? If Trump gets elected again, DACA is gone. So those of you that have DACA or are related to people with DACA or friends with people with DACA, it's going to be gone. If this guy gets reelected, kiss it goodbye. That is a fact. So if for no other reason, if nothing else, and I can't imagine how that could be, but if nothing else motivates you to get out and vote, hopefully that does. And to vote Democrat, vote for Biden.
You know, I am not going to use proper nouns. What I can say is because someone says something, it doesn't make it true. So if you do watch the debates today, fact check, do your own research. You know, some things are obviously being exaggerated. Some things are completely not true. Some things is to scare people. It's a scare tactic. You know, again, we are the United States of America. I think we're better than that. You know, I think, you know, we can take some time and actually look and see what the person is, you know, research what it is the person is saying and come to our own conclusions. It's very easy for people to just make up information off the top of their head. And for, unfortunately, people to believe it. You know, it's drinking the Kool-Aid. But do some research, you know, do some research.
I'm particularly looking forward to hearing the president's explanation or how it drives that. Here he was selling himself as this wonderful, great, successful businessman, all right? And yet he's got how many millions and millions of dollars in losses on his tax return? How is he able to do that? Because
I'm going to tell you.
You declare all the losses in your business, and that offsets the income. So in order for him not to be paying taxes, he had to have millions upon millions of dollars of losses in his businesses. So how does that make him a successful businessman if you're losing millions and millions of dollars every year?
Isn't it fake news? Isn't it the new Democratic hoax?
This is a point he cannot just wish away, right? Because that's how the tax code works. You offset your income, the income that your gains with the losses, right? So the only way, unless he's just not paying taxes because he's a tax cheat, which I'm sure that's part of it too, but the only way to not pay taxes if you're making so much money is to offset those taxes with losses. That's the only way. That's how the tax code works. So he can't explain that away. Of course, the people that are drinking the Kool-Aid don't care, you know, but for most intelligent people, you know, most people hopefully they will care. I mean, we all pay taxes. We all pay more than our fair share of taxes. You know, I don't think it's right that the president should be paying none.
Gotcha.
Well, you know, this was also brought up in during the 2016 debates, but, you know, obviously no one cared.
Well,
interesting.
We'll see.
Well, we'll see tonight. What time is the debate tonight? I'm quite sure Mr. Pollock knows.
9 o'clock.
I know you would know that. All right. So let's tune in, check it out. And remember, all I've got to say is in another month or in a few days, vote Biden. That's all I'm saying. All right. Very, very important. Once again, thanks, gentlemen, for being here and doing this show. Hopefully you had a wonderful day off yesterday. And we'll be back tomorrow morning again, doing it all over. Give us a call at 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPID-LAW. Thank you all so much for tuning in. With that said, I bid you farewell. Have yourself an amazing day, and we'll talk soon. Gentlemen.
Great day.
Yep.